Guys, once I learned how to turn credit into cash flow, my entire life changed. What's up, guys? It's Get Busy Rule. Welcome back to my mentorship channel. If you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to continue to get access to credit information and life advice. And today I'm going to be talking about how I learned to turn credit into cash flow in order to change my life. I first started building my credit at 18 years old. I had a friend of mine that had a lot of Airbnbs in the Miami area, and he was making a lot of money, and I kind of wanted to do the same exact thing, but I had no money. So I had to figure out a way where I can get access to money utilizing my credit. And after doing hours of research on YouTube, I came across business credit and 0% interest credit cards. And instantly, I knew that was the route that I wanted to take. So I started building my credit for a few months. And once I felt like my credit profile was strong, I created my LLC and opened up a business checking account with Chase. Obviously, I did my research. There was a Chase card that I liked. It was the Chase Business in Cash, 0 APR card, and they give out good limit. The reason the 0% interest was so important to me is because, one, I didn't have the most cash at the moment, and then two, I knew I wasn't going to be paying any interest on the amount that I got approved for an entire year. And I knew I could take advantage of this with Airbnb. So I set up an appointment, went to Chase Bank, applied for the business card, and got approved for $15,000, which was well over what I needed to get my first Airbnb. So I got my first Airbnb in Connecticut. And my first booking, shout out my guy Felix, he was the person that actually booked my first Airbnb. It was for $1,000, and he was only staying for a few days. So let's think about it. I got myself under for $15,000. To set up my first Airbnb, roughly it cost me maybe $6,000. And that's with locking in the unit and then furnishing everything. So $6,000 was what I paid for my first Airbnb in total, right? My first booking was $1,000, meaning on my card, I only owed $5,000 left, and I had 12 months to pay this off and also cash flow. I instantly knew I made the right move. So I continued to make profits like this and like this, and it was all due to utilizing my credit. You see, there's a lot of people right now that have access to good credit and are sitting on hundreds and thousands of dollars. They just don't know how to execute. And all it takes is doing a little bit of research. 0% interest cards have always been around. You just have to know how to take advantage. So if you're watching this, you might be somebody like me. You're looking to make some money, don't know how, but you have good credit. That right there is good enough for you. My Airbnb made me over $30,000 the first year. Some people make that at a job working a year. And since it was a good investment, so I decided to get another Airbnb. And this one was in Miami. With this one, I got a little bit more creative because I knew I could make more money. Not only was I offering rental units, I also partnered up with car rental companies. And I told these companies, listen, I want to get you more bookings. If you can give me a lower rate that I can charge on top and make profit for myself, I'll list your cars on my reservation and offer it to my Airbnb clients. And that's exactly what I did. You see here, I have a unit, but there's also a black truck in the picture. I was offering black truck services to my clients, and they were booking it. This unit made me over $50,000 within the first year, right? So I started with no money. I did some research and figured out the power of credit. Within my first 2 years in the Airbnb space, I made $80,000. It only took me $6,000 to start my first one, and it took me about $7,000 to start my second one. I started this business with no money down. I used the bank's money, OPM. I took advantage of the 0% interest rate and turned my credit into profit. It's that simple. You have the tools and the resources in front of you. You just have to be strategic enough to learn how to take advantage of them. So if you're watching this and you're sitting on good credit right now and all you're lacking is funding to get to the next level, let me personally mentor you and put you in position. My mentor told me this: opportunity only knocks once. If you're watching this video, just know that opportunity just knocked. Get Busy Rule checking out. Learn how to turn your credit into cash flow.